Hello friends, my today's topic is loading data to Power BI with direct query mode. So we have covered so far lots of data preparation in this learning part and also having implemented basic visualization. Now it's good time to revisit concepts which we have touched so far previous but did not explore in depth. From the field menu, you can see video game sales data is no longer loaded into Power BI. It's because I have deleted it. And you will load it again using direct query mode, whereas previously it was loaded in import mode. Furthermore, you will observe that in the sales details page of the report, I have also deleted previous bar chart which we have generated. This is to start off with a clean state to rebuild the bar chart once we bring back with video game sales data using direct query, and you will recollect that video game sales information was available in database table in SQL Server instance. So I will just pull up my SQL Server client and you will might recall how exactly we pull in data. How exactly uh, we pull in data from this database instance. In the video connecting to a SQL Server instance to our previous course, we have already loaded some data in Power BI using SQL Server. So in the database directory, we have salesdb data, this salesdb new data. Now I recognize that you may not have your own SQL Server. So we have sales DB database. Now if I recognize that you may not have your own SQL Server instance, however, direct query can be used to pull data into Power BI from a variety of different sources. The full list of is, for instance, that we the from different sources. So, for instance, the direct query can be used to get data from a Postgres database, Oracle database, and a handful of others database too. So, if you don't have access to a SQL Server instance, feel free to connect any other kind of database which is compatible with direct query. Keep in mind that specific steps which I will now demonstrate will now be a little different what you will need. If you are working with a different database also, alright then, the goal is now to connect to the new sales DB data, and after expanding this you will have, so this is database here, and you will see there are file video games sales. So now let's go ahead and preview the data in video game. Here you can see a number of columns there. So now let's go ahead and preview the data in the video game sales. Then we will go to the here, and we will just right click and we will go to the new query. After this new query mode, we will see the query mode is pop out. And now if I want to use the or database, I have to use some command. Previously, even we have used use new sales DB. So what I will do, I will do the same name, use new sales DB. Sorry, sales DB new. Okay. Then if I will put on the execute button, you will see that there is a I just you will see there is a command completed successfully will show this. So Now, so of course, to ensure that any subsequent query, we will run this sales DB again. So now, if I want to use video, there is a table video game sales. I want to use this table from this sales DB new, or I think okay. Then I will put down the query here again, and I will use new sales. I will use select shift करके star video game sales, this one table, and then we will hit execute. Okay, uh, as far I we can see, we previously we named this new sales DB. So first I have to use this rename. I have to use another one database. I will use now new sales DB, and I will execute it. Then yes, now it is what I want to see. So friend, I'm sorry, I will use this one. Basically we have to use this one database, new sales DB. Previously I provided you in before 10-15 videos. The topic was uploading data from SQL Server. So you can search there, and we can see that what is exactly present here. It shows that table with following columns: rank, name, platform, year, genre, publisher, North America, European Union, Japanese sales, other sales, and global sales. In the name column is the name of video game, and here in the name column, the name of video game, and what we are been working with are the sale number across the different regions. The goal is to get this data in Power BI using the direct query storage model. Now, whether we use direct query of import mode when loading data into the Power BI, the types of data in the relational database will determine this. So, the types of those columns when they will operated by Power Query. So, if you want to see the types of each of these columns, I will expand the menu here, and if I will expand the menu of DBO video game sales, then the menu of columns you can see here, not just name of the each column but also the corresponding type. Like rank is integer, not null. Name and platform is varchar. Year is integer. Genre is also varchar. And you can see the corresponding type of each and every column here. So if you will be here, for example, the rank column is an integer name, you can see, and genre column are both, some few columns are varchar. So sales column you can see here are decimal type. All sales columns are decimal types. So when we load this data into our Power BI desktop, Power Query will try to map each of these columns to the corresponding Power BI types. For instance, any float number can be mapped into the Power BI like decimal number. So here is not any float number. So now we will have an idea of the schema. So of database tables we are working with now. I will give you a quick preview how you can change types of data if needed. What you need to do, just go to the any column name, right click, and go to modify. You can see by clicking here, you can change any of the data set which you really want. So if you don't want data type, yes, if you want to change, if you want to go there rank, you want to there allow nulls, you can click on. Here we are working with only rank, but we can name it to the name, publisher, any two. And you can change the data types from here by typing the name here of column name. You can change integer to the decimal, decimal to the integer. Alright then, what we will do now, we will just switch to the another window. Now we are familiar with the this now. So now let's look at the one value which we will update and then see whether the update can be picked up in the Power BI. So what I will do, I will replace the select query with select all of the data from video game sales and then restrict it to just the any one game. Let's say name of the game is there are multiple names. So by including where close, where genre including adventure, we will use the filter. Then what I will do, I will put a filter condition here. You will put a simple semicolon and you will hit the, you will see what we can get from output. We can have only one game in this genre. This is specifically Super Mario Land 2, and I will draw your attention to the fact that the sales of Japan in this particular here is 2.69 million game. Later on, we will build of visualization within Power BI, query within Power BI, which makes use of this. So Japanese sales number, and then you will see what will happen if you want to modify this value within the database. Before we can get to that, however, we will need to make sure that we can connect to the database first place. Then we will need to see the server name to establish the connection with server, which can be obtained by with the query. So by the query, you can see we are getting the name of the database, and then what we will do after seeing this result, we just right click and copy, and then let's head back to the Power BI in order to connect to the SQL server. What we will do, we will just copy it and we will go to the Power BI. So In order to connect to SQL Server instance, of course, can be done by click on the SQL Server, obviously. Okay, import data from SQL Server. So we can go here and by click on SQL Server to load the data, and then what we will do, we just simply paste it here, the name of the database. So name of the server. So we can copy, and while database name is optional, it is good practice to use the only database which you really want to use. Then we want to use here new sales DB. So so I want to use new sales DB, so I have mentioned here, and there is a storage mode. This is storage mode, also known as data connectivity mode. By default, it has been set to the import, and I have mentioned few times before that this means the data which we will load will make its way to the memory on the Power BI host. Just of course can boost performance since the required data can be access, accessed with simple memory lookup rather than having to go into the database. However, this comes with the risk the data potentially going stale, where an update may be made to the database and that update will not trickle through to the cache on the Power BI server. The alternative, of course, to make use to the direct query mode. This is where each time the data is required, the query will be sent to the underlying database, ensuring that data is always fresh. However, this does come at the cost of performance since the data is not available by simple memory lookup but required connection to the database, which may be on the remote host, so even network delay may enter into picture. In my case at least, the database is on my local host, so it should not really matter too much. Let's see what will happen if you choose direct query as a storage mode. And then in advanced option, we have seen before, it is possible for us to make use of SQL statement, SQL query. Select precisely what we need from the underlying database. We won't use that. Let's stick with direct query mode. Then hit OK, like we did in import mode. So we can select which underlying table exactly we really need here. So we only need video game sales. We will just select it with which we already worked. Then we proceed to the load data into Power BI. Since we can connecting in direct query mode, we may be prompt about potential security risk. So it is. If you do trust to the location of your database, you can just hit OK, and soon enough the video game sales will be in Power BI. And it has been created here in Power BI as it was not before here. So by expanding, we will get add piece of information. The summation sign next to the column confirm that each of these are being treated as numeric data. So the float data in underlying database table have been transformed into numeric form within Power BI. Before I proceed, however, I am just going to explore two more options to rename it. This because we have because what we were doing previously, we were just using a standard format here. So adoption so far where we have separate words beginning with capital letters. So what we will do, we will just simply click here and we will see here the option of rename. So you can see I will just want to separate this and this place, and video game sales should be the name, and this will be the now with the name. So we have successfully used direct query mode to load the data into Power BI. In this video, I just want to give the information about this. I hope you got how to load the data in direct by using direct query method. In the next video, we will turn our attention to building a visualization from thereafter. I hope you understood what I want to convey. Thank you, friends. Thank you so much. Please like and subscribe my channel.